So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time to talk about episode 3. I'm almost as excited to sit down and do these chat videos as I am to sit down and watch the episode. Because I love it. I love being able to sit down and just talk about the stuff and then have the comments filled with people talking about the stuff. You know, it's funny, like my favourite character is Daryl, right? From the Walking Dead universe. I love him. I've loved him since day one. What is on my finger? Oh my god, I've got mascara clumps on my finger. Get off. Like, when I started the show, The Walking Dead, he was the reason that I stuck around in the beginning. I don't know, I just thought he was so well written, and I loved then watching him progress over his time on the show. I've loved him a long time. So when it was announced he was getting his spin-off, I was like, oh yeah, that's obviously going to be my favourite show, right? Because it's Daryl's show. I loved Dead City, I loved Fear the Walking Dead. I really enjoyed Tales of the Walking Dead and World Beyond as well. This show, The Ones Who Live, it feels like a homecoming. It feels like you're getting a piece of The Walking Dead back, but it feels new and improved. It feels revamped. It feels different but the same. I'm just obsessed with this show, okay? And what's nice is I have so many people in the comments as well, like new viewers that have just joined the channel, and they're like, oh my god, I found someone as obsessed as me. And I'm just sitting here in the corner like, well, hello. Welcome, sit down, make yourself at home. So yeah, it's just great. As always, just reminding you guys about my Patreon, where the more extended version of the reactions go. They're usually about 35 to 40 minutes long, give or take, in and around that mark. There's also a bunch of Patreon exclusives. So there's reactions to films weekly, there's live streams, there's reactions to shows like The X-Files, Star Trek Next Gen, Supernatural, started True Blood recently as well. Woo! And a bunch of other stuff going on over there. So the link to that's down below if you want to check out more content from me. Twitter, Instagram, anywhere else, also in the description. And I'm reminding you guys, in case you missed it, hello? Sorry, a convention that I'm going to just announced that they have an announcement. They announced that they have an announcement. But I'm just reminding you guys, in case you missed it, that I got to chat with Matthew Jeffers this week, who played Nat in The Ones Who Live. My brain just fucking short-circuited there and shut down a little bit. It was so wonderful getting to hear Matt's take on Nat as a character, on the process behind how he got the role, how he prepped for it. I always say it, and I know I sound like a broken record, but like those style of videos, they're my favourite to do because I love talking to people about things they're passionate about their art, their work. So yeah, I uploaded that like a video or two ago. I think it's here on my channel, so if you want to go find that, if you haven't seen it yet, I do think you'd really enjoy it if you're liking The Ones Who Live and if you liked Nat as a character. But yes, getting into episode 3. First of all, I think we should just talk about the end, because everybody's talking about the end and I want to talk about the end. We're skipping to the end for the beginning, okay? Rick and Michonne's relationship dynamic. We knew it was going to change, right? We knew that there was going to be growing pains. There was going to be moments of like uncertainty, and circling back around to Nat's final words were like, you know, are you sure it's him? Is it still him? Along the lines of, is he in there? Has he changed? There's no way Rick Grimes could still be the man he was when he left on that bridge, when he blew up on the bridge. He's been through too much. He's lived through too much. He's been tortured, isolated, kept away from the people that he loved, like entrapped, all while feeling like a failure. I mean, he's tried to get back to his family how many times? He's missed his people. That has to take a toll on you emotionally, being worn down like that over the fucking years. And on top of that, then having to play mind games with everybody in the community that you're now in. It's just, there's no way he'd be the same person. So yeah, he's changed, but he's still in there. But seeing him and Michonne in this episode, and I think some of my favourite scenes actually between them were the absolutely silent ones. So like when Rick goes up to her and she rips the helmet off him, and he kind of tells her, I told you, you know, if you loved me you'd leave, and you see her just look at him like, the audacity of this man. I don't think it's a case of he's forgotten how to speak to her. I think it's a case of he's so like deathly afraid of what's going to happen if she gets found out, if she gets kept here, that it's very much he would do anything to get her out of here, to get her out, to get her safe. She's not having that, of course, and rightfully so, because I'd be the exact same as her. But there was a lot of silent moments between the two of them where you see them just looking at each other, and he's riddled with like shame, or it's not fear, but it's a fear of saying the wrong thing to her, I think. So you see it then in the helicopter at the end of the episode, where she's just staring him down and he doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know what to do. And, you know, bless him, I don't think he saw what was coming next, because how could you? She grabbed a fistful of his curls and out that door she went. I love that. I love that about Michonne. She's a character who is so, like, yes, she's so tough. She's so smart. She's been through a lot since he left. She's been through a lot, like, in terms of character development or arc. But specifically since he left, she's been through a lot. And she's looking at him thinking, okay, fuck. Like, things are rocky. We are in a very tender space right now. I need to get him the fuck away from everyone else. We need to be alone. Not hiding in a room or down behind some cars or, you know, anything like that. We need to be away. She just jumps out the helicopter. I love them as a couple so very much. They will do the absolute most. They can't really... They're not seeing eye to eye at the moment. It's not that they're fighting. I don't think that's it. It's just a case of they both want each other to be safe and happy. But both of them have different ideas about how you're going to get there, how you're going to get that. But Rick is there cutting off his hand to get back to his family. And she's there jumping out of helicopters to solve a dispute. So it's like... They are so meant for each other. It's ridiculous. Coming around to talk about Jadis then for a bit. The joke was like, since, you know, the I lay with him after scene back in The Walking Dead, she's had the hots for Rick for a while. She's not very subtle about it. And to be honest with her, I understand. Sweet mother of God. I said this in my reaction, okay? Andrew Lincoln is a very handsome man. I know this. I have eyes. I've met him twice. I was lucky enough to meet him twice. And even looking at him in real life, I was like, wow, that is a pretty guy. But I don't know what the CRM has done. I don't know. Is it the hair and makeup crew? I don't know. Is it the costuming? I don't know. Is it just Andy's general unhingedness in this show? He is so fucking attractive that I'm finding myself distracted when he's on screen. He takes off his helmet and I'm losing all brainwaves and I'm just staring at him like the Rick Grimes head tilt thing. I'm like, well, where the fuck did you get so hot? So I don't blame Jadis. It's understandable. But I thought it was interesting that we got the throwback a little bit to when him and Jadis met in the CRM. She gave him a brief rundown because she is the reason he's here, and I'll give her props for that. She did save him at the river, at the lake. He would have probably died there by himself. No one would have found him. Well, maybe someone might have come along and found him. You don't know. But she saved him. She lied about what type of person he was to get him in here. But that's where my sympathy for her ends. Her threatening our people, her threatening Michonne, her threatening Rick. I'm like, my hate for you is sizzling. It's at a sizzling point, and I'm about to rip that bowl cut off of your head, honey. There comes the feeding police for me again. Every time I start talking about Rick and Michonne, the sirens just appear outside my door. I'm like, no, fuck off. I must get this off my chest. I really enjoyed Thorne as well. And I said it before we watched The One to Live that I was really excited to see what Thorne does as a character because Leslie Ann Brandt, who plays Thorne, I like her a lot as an actress. I loved her in Lucifer. I've seen some other projects she's been a part of. And I was just interested to see what is she going to bring. And so far, she's bringing this really smart mixture of like CRM mentality, but also you see her relating and leveling with Rick too. So we see her in this episode, mourning over Oak4, talking about how she came to be here, how Oak4 saved her. Like, was it last episode where she said to Rick, like, I have someone out there for me too, but I'm not going to return to them because I know if I try, I'll die. And they wouldn't want me to do that. And then we see Rick going to her in this episode and asking her to lie or cover for Michonne, even though he doesn't tell her who she is. That's enough to let her know she's important to Rick and there's something going on here. Sorry, I'm just skimming through the episode. I didn't make notes on this week's chat. I'm just skimming through the episode talking about whatever comes to mind. And I'm just after getting to the scene where Rick annihilates all of Jadis' self-esteem with that haircut comment. He was saying what the whole fandom was thinking. We've been saying it for a while. About that haircut. He's had enough of your shit. He's getting personal now. One thing that I found really funny about this episode is the fact that Michonne couldn't even try. She tried to blend in, didn't work. She could not pretend to be someone that she isn't. You know what I'm saying? She was killing walkers, flinging walker heads around the place with sticks, firing them across the place with sticks. And it's like, babe, you're supposed to be blending. You're not blending. I loved as well that we got to see where the art came from. We got to meet that artist that was drawing all the pictures of Michonne and Judith. Maybe I'm just stupid, and that is a big probability in this equation. I don't know why I thought Rick was the one drawing those onto the phones. It never crossed my mind someone else might be drawing them for him. I thought he was out there with a rock or a chisel or his overgrown fingernails drawing these pictures of Michonne and Judith onto things. But seeing that little setup in the market where you have the artist and there's like TVs, there's phones. This guy's job is keeping loved ones' memories alive for people, giving people hope with these drawings, with these images. And it's really, 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 it's a beautiful thing, beautiful idea, great concept for a character. Wasn't expecting the emotional damage I took when Carl's name was brought up. And what he said as well, that he said that Rick, was that he couldn't describe him or the picture never turned out right. That's really fucking sad. Because if you think about it, we've had a big time jump since Coral died, right? It's been, God, I mean, we did, what? Who is emailing me? No, go away. Oh my God, marketing emails. So we had a big time jump after Coral died in The Walking Dead. And then Rick left, and then we've had a time jump outside of that again. So it's been at least 10 years, more, since Coral died. Rick trying to explain what your kid looked like from 10 years ago, and then getting frustrated because either the picture isn't coming out as you imagined, or it's not coming out in a way that you recognise, and you're getting frustrated, and it's fucking sad. And also, how hard can it be to draw a kid's face with an eye patch and a bit of a fucking hat? Do you know what I mean? You just need those two features, just the hat and the eye patch, and you'd know who it is. Careful with how you draw the hat, otherwise you're going to steer into governor selfie territory. But like, it shouldn't be that hard to draw Coral. But I love that whole interaction by that art stall, especially because you have Michonne saying like, you know, oh, it led me to him, I got here, or the man said you found him or something, and then Michonne says back, and now I gotta find him. And it's like, stop. It was cool getting to see some of the CRM outposts as well. I thought that was fun. Little ride in the helicopter, also gorgeous. I think we got that shot in the trailer, but it was nice seeing it in context. The scene with Thorne where she's about to kill Michonne, we see her reaching for the knife. There's tension. Rick is there with his gun in the background, like, uh-oh, what am I gonna have to do right here, right now? I'll do it if I have to, but it's interesting as well seeing her try to figure Michonne out in that moment, and the tension that was built, and Michonne clicking what was happening and understanding what she had to say in order to get out of the situation, and it worked. Thorne still doesn't trust her, obviously, and we got that scene as well out in the forest where Rick and Michonne were pushing what looked like a Dalek through a load of walkers. She disobeyed orders, and you know, that pissed Thorne the fuck off, because then Rick jumped in. I was like, if you're disobeying, I'm disobeying, baby. Let's be rebels together. I've seen some comments about Thorne, and people are like, ooh, was there something between them? Is there like a spark or something between her and Rick? Am I sensing something? And I was like, not really. I don't see it as a romantic thing. I do see jealousy and fear, but not in a romantic sense. I do see it as she has bonded with Rick, and now this new person, this new woman has come on the scene. I don't know her. I don't know where she came from. Something suspicious about this. If you get my friend hurt, if you get him killed, I'm going to be mad and I'm going to fucking annihilate you. Those are the jealousy vibes I get from Thorne, not romantic. And I'm pretty sure Leslie as well has confirmed that on Twitter. I think I saw some tweets about her being like, lol, no, like, it's not romantic. What was I even talking about before that? Nope. The thought is gone. Goodbye, friends, it has departed my brain, never to be seen again. Bet you I'll think about it now when I'm editing the goddamn video. It'll come back to me. It'll smack me into the face like a wet towel. But yes, those are some of my thoughts in this episode. What did you guys think? I can't believe we've 3 episodes done. We're halfway through the season. They have already built and established such a fantastic group of people, community, situationship that just has me like so invested. It's insane. I think they did the road to finding Rick and Michonne perfectly. They did their reuniting perfectly. I care about Thorne as a character too. It was a bit of a choice to kill off Nat, Oak 4, and the other two. I know Oak 4 was with Rick. The other two characters that were initially travelling with Michonne, the pregnant lady that wanted the honey, and her boyfriend or husband. I don't think it was ever established what they were like. Was there a label on it? I think it was definitely a choice killing them off so quickly, so soon. We lost all 3 characters by episode 2. Same episode they were introduced, I'm pretty sure. Although I think we saw the pregnant lady and her husband at the end of Michonne's last episode in The Walking Dead. And losing Nat so early as well. And I have been reading your guys' comments. I've read all the comments under the interview I did with Matthew. And everyone's saying the same thing. Everyone's reiterating the same thing, that it really was wasted potential in a character, that we could have seen more of Nat. We could have explored his character a bit more, had him even like come and join the party. Have him survive meeting Rick, that whole situation, and make it out. Then again, I do understand in a way why it was done, because Nat meant a lot to Michonne, and then finding Rick, it's also emotional, but then she loses this person she spent over a year with on the road to finding him. It's like, I don't know, to me it reiterated that kind of feeling of this is why we can't have nice things. As soon as something good happens, instantly something bad comes to bite your ankles off. Without Nat, we wouldn't have found Rick. We wouldn't have got Rick down out of the helicopter. Nat is the one who allowed us to do that, who helped us do that. And every time she looks at that lighter, she's going to be reminded of that fighting spirit of the people who got her to this point. So it's poetic, I guess, but I am sad that we lost him so soon. But I'm so interested in Thorne. I'm interested in Beale a little bit. I'm not as interested in him as I thought I was going to be, I have to say. I think it's because we haven't seen that much of him. I'm sure he'll come into play in the next few episodes, probably. But yeah, so far, like, I'm loving Thorne, want to see more, and I'm so interested to see how her dynamic with Rick is going to change as Michonne is more prominent and prevalent. Because her and Thorne and Rick obviously have a working relationship together. They know each other somewhat, or she thinks she knows him. So it's going to be interesting watching that change. Yeah, Oak 4, I thought we could have got maybe a little bit more of. Yeah, but I've been really enjoying this season so far. They have been doing incredible. I love reading your guys' comments and tuning in. I know my excuse is always it's early, but it is honest to God early. It's only fucking 11 in the morning. My brain hasn't even woken up yet. I rolled out of bed and chose violence this morning. I was like, we're going to talk about Rick and Michonne right now. Speaking of Rick and Michonne, just coming back to that. How does Rick have the strength in his body to say, like, you know, no, you need to leave. You need to go be safe. Like, I love you. If you love me, you go. Ooh, I understand. But if Michonne was in front of me the way that she is, any way that she is, doesn't fucking matter. She could be wearing a bright neon mustard coloured onesie with like fucking, I don't know, space walking boots and a fucking hat that looks like an antenna, an alien's antenna, and it's still like, that is one of the most beautiful humans that has graced my eyeballs. And if she came to me and said, let's go, let's get out of here, I truly fear that my brain would simply shut off, disconnect, and I would sit there going, when are we going? He is built different, I guess. He's got some strength I could only dream of having, because nope. Similar goes for her. The exact same thing actually goes for her. If I was in a place and I had Rick Grimes with his fucking helmet coming up behind me, breathing into my fucking earlobe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, being like, room number 4, whatever the fuck it is he says. And then we got into that room and he took that helmet off majestically and his little curls bounced into view. We'd be making a baby this evening. That is what we would be doing. But the acting is so goddamn phenomenal. I love the show. I truly do. I've said it the last few videos, I'm pretty sure. I truly hope this show is recognised for what it's doing and how big it is. I mean, statistically and numbers wise, yeah, it's like, it's overperforming, if anything. It's doing amazing in terms of viewership numbers, reviews by people too. But I want to see them be, like, recognised by other people in the industry, in their line of work. I always said about awards shows, I don't really think they count for much. Most of them are rigged or bought, yes. But I would love to see Denai, Andy win something for this show. I'd love to see the writers win something for this show. And yes, I know Denai wrote episode 4 as well, which is the upcoming episode. Can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait. Okay? I need to go like make a coffee or something because I need to calm down. Actually, coffee would do the opposite. I don't think I need to be more alert and aware and fucking squirrel like. But those are some of my thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think? Let me know. I want to hear all your thoughts. I know you leave thoughts. Bitch, if you don't stop beeping today, I swear to God. Oh, sweet mother. St. Patrick's Day sale. Shamrock and summer savings. Oh, go fuck yourself. Let me tell you, there's nothing I hate more in this world. We're on a rant. Stay with me. I was about to say goodbye, but we're fucking off somewhere else. There's nothing I hate more than trying to commercialise Paddy's Day to me. I'm like, well, hello, I fucking live in Limerick. I am Irish. Lived in Ireland my whole life. You don't need to put words like shamrocking in an email to try and sell something to me. Because guess what? It's gonna have the opposite effect. I am not gonna want to interact with that email. Anyway, that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, for watching. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Can't wait to hear your take on this one. And here's to episode 4. Not long left to go now. Oof. But thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.